Which luckily you had all this to go on. And let's talk about our main scoundrel, A.B. Crittenden. Where does he come from before he's set off to San Francisco? What's kind of his upbringing? And are there kind of any sort of omens about the type of person he's going to be?
I think so. He was born in 1816 in Kentucky to really Southern gentry. He came from a fairly prominent Kentucky political family. As a matter of fact, his uncle was John Jordan Crittenden, who was a longtime U.S. senator. He was attorney general under Tyler and Fillmore, and there was a time when he was actually talked about as a possible presidential candidate. AP, as they called him AP, it's Alexander Parker Crittenden. AP came from a somewhat less exalted part of the family, although his father was also a politician, but on the Kentucky state level. But his father had a weakness for financial speculation, and when he died, when AP was 16, he left the family with $30,000 to $40,000 debt, which was a huge amount of money in those days. And I think that this was really a formative event for AP. He was 16 years old, and he was suddenly the male of the family. And so he took responsibility for taking on this debt. And I think that that ultimately shaped his character in that, first of all, he felt responsible for everybody's happiness. So that really came to play a role in his later life. But he also had this kind of arrogance or independent spirit. He was restless, and he didn't like anybody to tell him what to do. And I think that is really one of the keys to his character, because later on, when people were telling him things that he should not be doing in his love life, he just didn't want to hear it. He thought that he knew what he was doing, and he wouldn't take orders from anybody. And I think that's one reason why he was not successful at West Point.